rails is the #1 panel that people will skimp on, because you can get by with a lot more flaws in it than other panels. Normally people get their car back and they look directly at the hood or the roof first thing, because it's the biggest, most noticeable panel, and they never really pay attention to the rails. I'm just kind of showing the quarter here to kind of give an idea of the amount of dents. This car was hit quite a bit heavier on this side than it was the passenger side. I don't know how well this camera's gonna pick up all the dents. None of them are really big. I mean, there's a few sharper ones. The rail had quite a few, many overlapping dents. I mean, it was hardly straight anymore. I spent quite a bit of time on it, more than I really wanted to. Looks like I might still have a little bit of glue in there I gotta clean off. This had a bit of a defect. I don't know if it was in the paint or the metal, and I haven't worked on the top side here yet. I know I can turn my light to kind of hit both panels at the, the top and the side of the rail at the same time, but I really like to have my light completely parallel with whatever panel I'm working on to really get the full view of it. Let me turn my light here. But I like to work a couple feet away to get them all pulled out and use my knockdown to get them close. And then I've kind of developed my own rule, kind of the 8 to 10 foot rule. So I'll get my light 5 to 8 feet away, and then I'll grab my hammer, and I've got my head another 5 feet away, and work out any waves, any ripples. And that is probably the #1 thing I see in rails from other people. It is just so wavy, and I can't get over it. It bugs the crap out of me. I hope this is showing up. Not really. It does up close. You can really see from here. So I've got my light probably 6 feet from where my hammer is, and I'm going to lean my head back, and I'm extending my arm completely out. And I've got the blending hammer probably 5 foot from my head. If I see a bit of a high, low, and high, I'm going to work them out. But this rail is pretty well finished, and it was, I didn't get a count, well over 100 dents. I'll show you the roof real quick. I kind of took a break from the roof. I was getting kind of tired of it. I've never worked on one like this. It has absolutely no bracing. But I've worked this from kind of, and you see from when I took the headliner down, it was glued up. It's got a kind of left a crown there. See if I can get this to darken up a little. A couple of them. Gonna have to smooth that out. But I've worked this from kind of not two complete different directions. This is what the damage looks like. It's nothing big and oversized. Quite a few of them. Another area from the roof being pushed in. I pulled the headliner down when I was taking the headliner off, not realizing it was glued up, and the whole roof just pulled right down with it. But I've worked it from kind of, as I'm pushing it in, I'll work from this way, move the center, move this way, say if I'm working on that one, keep moving my head all around, then I'll put my light up facing this way and work them. Add that a lot of guys really believe in running two lights, having one face you from this direction, having their ends meet, have another face you from this direction, so you can really get a good view. But I've had a lot of luck. I just got this light not that long ago. It's I think one of the biggest ones that Pro PDR offers. I really like the length on full-size panels like hoods, roofs. I mean, you can set it up and see a really large area. Plus the height of it, you're not going over there and raising and lowering it near as often, but you do want to make sure you're constantly moving it to be able to fully see everything that you need to. I wanted to add that what I was showing with putting such a great distance between you and your light when working on the rail is that you don't really need that much distance between yourselves on a regular panel other than rails. You do want to back up, so every so often, you get yourself down and real low, any bit of lowness, you don't want that to be something that's going to catch you. But adding that extra distance, I would call it like extreme finish position, really lets you see. It makes any one of those highs or lows, the ripples in that rail just jump out at you. That, if you move the light just a foot or two closer, you can't see it at all. But, you get just the right lighting, and you've got somebody with your customer who's got a sharp eye for it. All it takes is that one person that's unhappy with you that knows 5 other people that want to come to your shop, and they're not coming there anymore. But when you're right up close to it, and this rail is not near as bad, it's really light, but it could be a matter of I'm this close to the light and I can see the dents are gone, but there might be some waves, maybe I used my mini lifter and it left a couple low spots where the feet were, and they're not that noticeable. You might not be able to see them, but you just move your light back 2, 3, 4 more feet, move yourself back even further, and even in this rail, I don't know if it's from the stamping or what, when it's made, there's even some ripples through here that I would go through and even smooth those out. This rail's not near as bad.